welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're a current subscriber. Today I'm analyzing a Meghan Markle interview with Craig Ferguson.
Wow, you look sensational.
Thank you so
Is that one of them swanky designer dresses?
I got all dolled up for you.
Well, it's really working. You really look well.
Thank you.
I mean, well done. And the show, congratulations, Suits. It's the #1 show on TV.
Thank you. I mean, it's crazy.
It's like people have gone crazy for it, and I love it because it's got that thing in it.
What thing might that be?
First, it's important to note that this is not Meghan Markle's what's called baseline behavior. This is not how she typically behaves and speaks. I've seen other interviews and she likes to mirror whoever she's interviewing with. So for example, there was an Oprah Winfrey interview which has since been deleted, but she would mirror Oprah Winfrey's behaviors. She wasn't so flirtatious and over illustrative and over the top, but here she's being disingenuous, trying to come off as both personable and entertaining, and that's who she is really. Someone who tries to be overly entertaining and charming and get people to really like her. It's very disingenuous.
The Suits.
Right. And you're a fan of Suits.
Yeah, I am. I wear a lot of suits in my own life, so you call a show Suits, you know, that's...
A certain fondness you have for it now just by virtue of the name. Yes.
I've never seen the show.
Thank you.
What's it about? What's it about?
It's basically...
And in that little bit there, Craig says, tell me about Suits. Oh, and it has my favorite thing in it. And she, again, is trying to be flirtatious here. And she says, what thing? Trying to guide him to say something maybe flirtatious back to her. She's really trying to be charming and personable to him. And at the same time, guide him to say things that she then could possibly even use in a victimhood narrative. But here she is. She's really just trying to be likable here. And she does so by flirting with Craig Ferguson. That's the man who's interviewing her. But what he says is, it has my favorite thing in it. And she says, what thing? And he says, well, Suits, of course. And out of embarrassment and also in a way trying to put him beneath her because she's embarrassed. That's what toxic people typically do. They can't admit or feel wrong and embarrassed and shy in any way. So she then looks down and then says, oh, of course, because of the name, right? Because you like Suits. Because of the name.
About this guy who's pretending to be a lawyer. He's not really, and how he's making it in this firm. I am the love interest.
Oh, are you a lawyer then?
No, I'm a paralegal.
Well, that's the same as a lawyer, except you jump out of airplanes, right?
That's it, exactly. No, she's trying to be a lawyer, and I hope that she can be that at some point. But for now, no, the lowly paralegal.
What about you? Have you ever studied law or went to college or anything?
I did go to college. I went to Northwestern University.
That's the big one.
Well, thanks. My parents were happy with the choice.
Yeah, no, I don't know that one.
No.
I don't believe that Meghan Markle's university choice has ever been complimented or put in the spotlight in any way there, basically. And you can see that when she kind of closes herself off when he mentions, oh, that's the big one, Northwestern, that's the big one. And she closes herself off, pretending to be shy a bit. But at the same time, I also believe it's because no one's noted that being important. And so she's like, wow, someone thinks that's important. So a little bit of pretended shyness there. Also, look at how she's sitting. She seems very comfortable at the moment. There's no swinging of the legs, but you'll see that here in a bit when certain things are brought up.
But that doesn't mean anything. I didn't even go to college. What did you study at college?
I double majored, theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
where?
In Argentina, in Buenos Aires.
That's sensational. You speak Spanish?
I do now, but they speak a very different kind of Spanish. It's Castellano, so it almost sounds like Italian.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, mira vos.
That little bit right there was her trying to basically guide Craig here to note that she is where she belongs, but also anybody watching and listening to think, oh, okay, so she double majored in theater and she does acting, so she's right where she belongs there, and then she worked for the embassy. That makes sense. All of that makes sense. But in other interviews, she had said that she didn't even know basically who Harry was, didn't look into him, didn't know much about the royal family and what they did and how they behaved, basically. But here she's trying to guide everyone to believe, I'm right where I should be. This is what I've always been interested in. And she does that by noting that she has double majored in international relations and theater.
Exactly.
What's
a come and a go? Yeah. You didn't know I spoke Italian, did you?
I didn't.
So you speak a lot of different languages or just that?
I studied French for 8 years, and now it's deplorable. I can't remember anything, which is just...
I think the word you're looking for is déplorable.
Deplorable. Yes, that's exactly what... See, my point exactly.
Have you ever been to Paris?
I have.
Did you meet James Marsden when you were there?
I didn't. We should have crossed paths.
Yeah. I think he would have been fine with that. When were you in Paris? Did you study there? Or?
I did not. I was actually just in Paris a couple months ago with one of my castmates. We went.
A lot of what she's doing there is like name dropping. She's trying to guide people to believe I'm important and I should be here. But you see, while she's trying to, and looks as if she's comfortable, and she's leaning in, she's really just trying to get people to like her. It's very disingenuous. But in a way, it's like name dropping when she says, France, I'm multicultural, work for the embassy, I took French for X amount of years. Oh, and by the way, I filmed with my castmates in Toronto. She wants people to know she's multicultural, she's well-traveled, she is of importance. And that's something narcissists in particular will do.
Went for a wedding just for 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, because we film in Toronto, so it's not too far.
Toronto, Canada?
Yes.
That's the big one.
The land of... Yes, I know a lot more about maple syrup now.
No, actually, Toronto, I think, is a very international city, really, isn't it? Yeah, it's a very lovely place. Almost as nice as Montreal. I look forward to the letters, Canadians. But where are you from originally?
I'm born and raised here in LA.
Los Angeles.
Yes, I'm one of the 5. You can pinch me. I'm real. See? Oh, yes. No,
She continues to be flirtatious. Craig seems to be picking up how her behaviors are there in a way and plays into it. He says, oh, that's the big one. Oh, that's the important one. Letting her know, yeah, of course you're multicultural. Of course you're important there. Very fancy. And she's becoming increasingly awkward, continuing also to be a bit flirtatious, get him to further like her, come off as charming. Notice how she laughs when the audience laughs, pauses when they pause, and then laughs again when they laugh. She's being very disingenuous there.
I'm from here. I'm from here. No?
I just wanted to do it again. Strangely hairless body you have. Wow, you're quite the dolphin, aren't you?
It's not easy being a lady.
Yeah, I tell you, you're absolutely hair-free.
Well,
Are you a competitive swimmer?
I am not, but if I were to be one, I think I would get some speed there.
That's what you need to do. If you're a competitive swimmer, shave yourself entirely.
Okay, good.
I did that once in Canada. I did in Winnipeg once.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did. I was
Did
snowed
you?
in. Yeah, I didn't know what to do, so I shaved my whole body.
That is just a really...
I looked like a giant baby.
Just swimming like that.
Yeah. Giant swimming baby.
Giant swimming baby.
Yeah.
It's like a callback
So
to where it all began.
you grew up here?
I did.
Are your parents in show business?
My dad is a DP. Yes, he.
Also notice how she never turns to the audience. She's not confronting anybody watching her in this. She continues to lean into Craig and what he's saying and just playing off of him, and again, not being genuine.
He was the lighting director. My dad.
Director of photography.
My dad. I didn't mean to make it sound so.
No, it's all right.
industry.
It's fine.
You help. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Has he been on anything I would know?
Notice also how she mirrors him in the way of his accent. So she's from America. I'm not sure where Craig is from, but the way he speaks a bit pompously in a way, she picks up on that at certain points. She does. It's as if she forgets, oh right, this is how he talks. And she's not consciously doing this, of course, but she's an American. And then she'll go back and forth between this accent and acting pompous, and that is to mirror him.
No?
There was a show called Married with Children. Do you remember that
Seen it?
show?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I grew up on the set of Married with Children every day after school for 10 years. I was there.
Wow.
I know. It's a very perverse place for a little girl who went to Catholic school, no less, to grow up. Because I'm there in my school uniform, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then the guests...
It's a joke, kind of a joke.
And then the guest stars would be like Tracy Lords, Tia Carrera, these.
Yeah,
Those are some women.
Yeah.
And so
She continues to play up her importance here. Again, she actually name drops a bit here, but she's very focused on her looks. Now, she is part of the entertainment industry. That is very important there. So that doesn't necessarily say that someone has a personality disorder or is toxic. But at the same time, a lot of the people in the entertainment industry are toxic toxic, narcissistic. That's just the way they are. They like being the center of attention. And I'm not saying that that is who Megan is, that she does have narcissistic personality disorder, but she does definitely have traits of narcissism, and you can see that there. And then the fact that she's being obsessive about her looks. So there's a lot of mention about how her body is hairless. She's being overly flirtatious. She's guiding Craig to say things that are flirtatious back. She makes these basically sexual references here, acting as if that's not a conscious decision, that's not something she intended to do. Kind of guides Craig here to say something flirtatious back and draw him in. And then she notices her outfit in particular, which was not important. She could have stopped at, I was a Catholic girl. She mentions in my schoolgirl outfit.
Oh, yeah.
They must have been interested in you walking around in your little schoolgirl outfit. Did they think you were working on the show, perhaps?
Thankfully, no. Come on, I have curly hair and gap in my teeth and...
Yeah, did you see the rest of the people on that show? That's fine.
Yeah, I guess it could have worked. I mean, they watched me grow up.
So is your hair curly naturally then? Is that what you're saying?
It doesn't remember what it once was, but yes, I think once upon a time it was curly, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had very curly hair.
Did you know? I bet it suits you.
I have to iron it to get it like that.
Flat iron it. Lots of product. You do.
Yeah, I like to put products in my hair.
You do? You have great hair.
Yeah, but products from the supermarket.
Such
Actually,
as?
produce. That's what I like putting in mine. Yeah, I like...
Now she switches into this, I'm very interested in you all of a sudden, Craig. I'm being interviewed, but this is, what about you? What products do you like? And you see her start to swing her legs a bit. She's getting anxious there, but she continues to play into just trying to get him to like her, being flirtatious and not being genuine and authentic. This is not how she typically acts in interviews.
Puree some broccoli.
Broccoli and other vegetables for...
Oh, fiber in your hair.
Yeah.
Fiber. I think that's a strong choice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We shall be best friends.
I think so. We'll have little broccoli slumber parties.
Megan's also my wife's name.
Is it really? Mm-hmm. Does she spell it with an H?
No. Too poor as a child.
They can only get the 5 letters.
We couldn't have. I'm afraid we can't afford the extra H. You can either keep the child and lose the H, or keep the H and lose the child. Whatever you prefer.
Amazing.
Yeah.
They kept her, and now you have the good fortune of having her. Megan, no H.
Megan, no H. That's what I call her.
Yeah.
So you'll see her become increasingly less comfortable here, leaning back a bit, closing herself off a bit, laughing and continuing to act as if everything's fine and she's still being comfortable and personable, but she starts to become a little more, almost as if she's anxious there, but she's becoming uncomfortable at the mention of Craig having a wife.
It's a joke, baby. It's a joke.
Oh, no.
It's fine. It's fine.
We'll just call her Meg. And we're both in
Don't call her Meg. She doesn't like that. Do you like getting called Meg?
Yeah, I get called Meg, Nutmeg, all sorts.
Nutmeg? All right, let's do an awkward pause and get you out of here.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Now they really are acting and pretending to be awkward, of course, so I'm going to end this here. Hopefully this has helped some in you noting behaviors of toxic or inauthentic people in your own life, or hopefully it was just entertaining. So if you've watched this far, please leave your thoughts in the comments section. Please hit like, please subscribe. Thank you.